Oh my gosh. It steps on your toes.
Oh,
First time I seen it, I'm like, I had went to counseling. Um, I didn't become a counselor till after I was introduced to it. So I was first looking at it in counseling, and she's like, "I want to walk you through this." I'm like, "No, I don't have a problem with this." I said no to them all, so maybe this one and this one. But the more and more I got into it, she almost drugged me through it, and I needed it. But she encouraged me and kept pushing to for me to keep reading. And the more I started reading what I thought the definitions would be, that's not what they were. And as I become more familiar with the language and what it meant, um, by the end of it, I was like, I have all these.
would you guys would you guys encourage I don't know much about ACA, that's what my next question is, but would you guys encourage uh people who didn't grow up with alcoholic parents to go through an ACA program? Is it more about codependency than anything else? I didn't have alcoholic parents, but from what I can tell and what you guys are talking about, I feel like I would really benefit from
Well, I
checking it
absolutely think
out.
everyone benefits, and not everyone in my support group, my therapy group, grew up in an alcoholic home. We're all from, just there's some type of
Yes,
dysfunction
I got
in
that for
them.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, and just like AA, the 12 steps can be applied to a lot of different things. I think the principles of ACA can be applied to a lot of different dysfunctions
Mhm.
and the tools and the things that you learn there. Absolutely. Here is my personal experience, though. Um, if you're in early recovery, I discourage diving too deep
Mm.
into them because they can trigger stuff. And I've seen people get triggered and go back to drinking because they no longer have the alcohol or the tools to cope with these feelings that are coming up because you're learning, like, oh, that was really trauma, or, you know, that was abuse. That that over strict grandmother who was repent or go to hell was verbally abusive. And you
Mhm.
start realizing that if you don't have some tools, then you're on thin ice. So I always tell people to wait, dive in slowly. But I think ACA, the program, looking at that stuff is so important. I really, well, I'm still toying with the idea of going back to school. And my research project would have been or will be the prevalence of how ACA issues fuel relapse.
Mhm.
I would really love to study why
Really
relapse
interesting.
happens after 1 year, 2 years of recovery when it's not an obvious apparent reason, you know, because
Oh, I explain to, especially the clients where, they're willing to walk through it because, if they're not ready for it, it's not good for you to push it on them.